Welcome to a special fun-size episode of Kendal is Dandy.
Oh.
That is because we are doing a fun-size episode, which is where we try a variety of a candy we've already covered and had in another episode. But this time we have the mythical.
Ooh.
I'm going to read it right because there's a lot of words here. Romney's chocolate-covered Kendal mint cake.
Yummy.
A name that rolls right off the tongue.
The abbreviations RCCKMC.
My favorite radio station.
Yeah, we tried the Romney's Kendal mint cake, regular and brown, which is just a giant chunk of mint, and we kept saying how great the chocolate kind must be. Because we tried York Peppermint Patties, and we maybe this is the perfect mint covered chocolate. And this, of course, is thanks again to our friend who provided the Romney's Kendal mint cake last time.
Yep.
The British candy connoisseur.
Thank you very much.
You can follow her on Instagram, _British candy connoisseur. If you love candy and candy history, she brought some of this home from England and sent us this little bar. So it's much smaller than the other one, which I will bring up to her. This is a much smaller portion than last time. Shrinkflation much. Went from free big things to free small things. So yeah, it's a brown packaging with some blue. It looks like a little stamp.
Yeah. It's classy.
It's classy. There was just enough for the three of us to have and me to save a tiny piece for my wife.
So nice.
My wife.
So nice.
So yeah, let's just try it.
Let's
do it. So we all have our pieces. Smell this, Greg, because we smelled it off the air. And you did dealt it though.
God.
Wow.
That's
strong.
Pure. That is like Andy's level.
Yeah.
Mint and chocolate.
It almost feels like I shouldn't be smelling it, you know? Like when you smell paint and it smells so good. Yeah, no, it smells like I shouldn't be smelling this. Like it smells too good to be true almost.
Yeah.
Like such a strong mint that it feels toxic.
Yeah.
And the chocolate, I can smell the chocolate. It smells
I get a
good.
little hint of chocolate.
And the chocolate's strong. It's not melty or
and
anything.
it's a dark chocolate?
It doesn't
Or is it
say.
what is it? Fake chocolate?
Chocolatey.
Oh, chocolatey.
No, this is real chocolate.
Okay.
Let's see. Ingredient. It is dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And the British chocolate, which is better, apparently.
I don't know.
So yeah, it looks very smooth, looks very good, looks very fudge-like as the other one was.
Yep.
A little harder and thicker than a York Peppermint Pattie. So let's try this Romney's chocolate-covered Kendal mint cake.
Oh, very dense.
Yeah.
We forgot about that texture.
Yeah.
It snapped.
And the chocolate is not the way York and Jordan almonds. This one has like a bite to it, like a crunch.
It does have a snap.
Yeah, snap.
Man, that just dissolves.
Yeah. God, they fuse together so well once they get in your mouth.
Same thing happening with York Peepees. That chocolate is kind of tempering the intensity of the mint.
Because this is really intense mint. If you're looking at it, you're looking at a bunch of crystals and everything. Looks like snow-capped mountains.
It is, but I don't know if the chocolate is adding here.
I think it is.
As compared to a York Peppermint Pattie.
No, I think this is a perfect amount of mint to chocolate.
This is definitely less minty than a York Peepee, I feel.
You think so?
I'm not getting the that I kind of did from a York Peepee.
I mean,
I remember the Kendals without the chocolate being way more intense.
It's tempering the mint, but I don't know if it's elevating the whole thing like I had hoped it was.
I think it's adding this creaminess, this smoothness that wasn't there before. Before it was just a grainy, dry brick that you were kind of eating.
Yeah. Okay. So it is a step up in that sense, but it's not as big of a step up. It's not a Mount Everest size step up.
Right. No. I almost prefer the texture of this one because it's harder and it requires you to chew more as opposed to the other two, which are a little softer, a little gooier.
You're talking about York
Peppermint Pattie, York Peepees, and Jordan almonds.
Wait, why are Jordan almonds in the mix here?
Not Jordan almonds. Jesus Christ. Junior mints.
Oh, junior mints.
Junior
okay.
mints, yeah.
This
texture
is
of this is
much closer to a York.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like way different textures. This one like melts in your mouth, grainy. The other one is more of a chewiness.
I think it's a clear step up from a regular Romney. I don't think it's as good as a York.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm disappointed. I'm a little let down maybe by what we had built this up to be in our heads.
Yeah, with the history and the quality that was there, I was expecting it to be better than a York Peepee. And then I was disappointed that it wasn't.
I think the problem is that maybe the chocolate isn't. The chocolate isn't rising to the level that the mint is at.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I want better chocolate. I want American chocolate.
I want a York PP.
Yeah. I want this to be made in York, Pennsylvania.
But that being said, it's given that it's a different texture and it's still good, it is an option, less than a competitor, I think.
Yeah, I'm glad that it exists. And if I were in a store and the options were between a regular Romney's Kendal mint cake, a brown one, or the chocolate one, I'd get the chocolate one every single time.
Yeah, hands down. Easy
But
choice.
between this and a York Peppermint Pattie, I think I'd go with the York. And even a Junior Mint, I'd go with it. Oh, Greg.
I will say for the intended purpose of like the spike of energy that you get, you could eat more of this than you could eat York Peppermint Pattie.
Yes.
So if you're very concerned about the volume that you eat, go with the Kendals.
Because this is, again, less of a candy and more of a energy bar sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. So in that respect, it fills that role better because if you were getting that sensation of York Peppermint Patties in this, it would be too much and it would discourage you from eating the whole bar. It would discourage me from eating the whole bar.
I think the mint in this is better than the mint in York PPs.
Wow. Like the quality?
The quality of mint.
Would you agree that it's not as intense?
Yeah, I agree.
And you like that?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay.
Because if I remember the regular Romney Kendal mint cake, it was a blast it was like running in freezing cold temperatures. Like it was just like a blast of mint. But as you were saying, like the tempering of that with chocolate, it's like perfectly. I want to, like, to me now, this is like equal to York Peppermint Pattie, which I do really like.
Well, look, I have our scores of what we gave the original.
Oh, thank you.
Romneys, but how about we give our scores of these first before we look at what we give this one, so we see if
we're our little butts.
Yeah,
so we see if they're full of beans or not. Boston baked beans. This is a tricky one.
Yeah, this one's hard for me, especially not remembering the score.
Yeah,
because like instinctively, I just want to remember that score and give it a higher score.
Right,
but I can't.
I know that's what I want to embarrass all of us. Are we locked in on this?
Yeah.
Let's go to the left of me being the proxy of the British candy connoisseur. So, Greg, what would you give this?
I wanted to give this a 3.25.
Oh.
The size is perfect. Even like the little sliver I got was good. I want more, but the size of that I think is like
is a good size.
What, like 4 or 5 inches or something?
It's probably about the amount of a York Peppermint Pattie, but smushed into a rectangle.
Yeah, rectangle. Yeah. I just think the chocolate's it's like darker chocolate. Well, the snap and gooey, like kind of softness of a York Peppermint Pattie is really nice. I think like the stiffness of this really made me work, and I got more mint out of it. The mint was a little bit better.
Yeah, Greg has a stiffy.
You do say British. It just fused really well too. Like I just think it's a top quality mint chocolate concoction.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing wrong with this.
No.
But I think York is better.
Yeah, the problem is in comparisons, but just on its own, it's
that's
like
true.
Incredible.
What about you?
I think it is a quality mint chocolate candy. I don't think it's better than York Peppermint Pattie. I think York Peppermint Pattie has a better chocolate.
Yeah.
It has a better flavor. And I won't say a better texture because this is a really nice, different texture.
Yes.
And so that would be the deciding factor for you. Do I want something a little more chewy?
Yeah.
Or do I want that more mushy crumble thing going on? For me, I need the sensation. I need to
feel alive.
The mintiness.
Yeah.
So I would lean towards the York Peppermint Pattie. And this is definitely more poppable than a York Peppermint Pattie.
Yeah.
You could eat more of this than a peppermint patty. Maybe even a Junior Mint.
Junior Mint too.
I put Junior Mint above all of these.
Okay.
Because that's my thing.
Yep.
I felt like Junior Mint was a little more junky, whereas York PP and this are a little more quality. So I would rather pop more of that.
Give me that junk, baby. Show me that junk. How much junk you got?
Yeah.
This is a good candy. It's better than middle of the road. I give it a 2.85.
Whoa, that's good. That's strong.
I am giving this one the lowest of the group.
Wow.
It's better than the original. We'll see if my score lines up with what I'm saying, but maybe I am comparing it too much to better candies of this kind. Like an Andes Mint, obviously, I think is way better than this, but it's good, but it let me down. Maybe I just set my hopes. I could not go all the way to the top. Sir Kensington or whatever the guy's name who
make
climbed.
it to the summit.
I couldn't make it to the summit. I'm dead in some crevasse somewhere.
Just gonna rot there or freeze there.
It's too dangerous to bring my corpse down, so I'll just die here. Well, continue to be dead here. I'll get eaten by yaks.
Yeah.
I give it a 1.75.
Wow.
Because the chocolate just didn't do enough for me. Like it wasn't quite thick enough. It's kind of like the same with the chocolate covered halva, where like it contained it, maybe tempered it, but it didn't elevate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I think the chocolate on a York does so much more for the mint in a York than this does. And I like the gooey junior mints. But again, there's me comparing it to other things again. But yeah, 1.75. You want to hear what we all gave the other ones?
Yeah.
So
Dying
Let's
to know.
reminder, like give us, and then we'll tell you what we said. Because
I am in the wrong here. I gave this a 1.75 saying I like the other one better. I gave the original a 2.25.
wow.
So maybe my standards have changed. Greg, you gave this a 3.25. You gave the original a 2.3.
Okay.
You gave this Beto a
2.85.
Wait, I wrote down for the scores me, Greg, and Daniel.
Which one are you?
You gave this a 2.85. You gave the original a 1.1.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So you liked it significantly more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm all over the place on this one, but I don't know. I guess maybe it's judging by the scores that powerful blast of mint that isn't in this one is maybe I do like that more than maybe because I'm looking for mint in that.
I'm curious what we gave York Peppermint Pattie now.
Impossible to know.
Yeah.
Lost the time.
Yeah, nobody can look back that far. Yeah, we'll have to do a top of the show next time.
Yeah, there we go.
So you could go back and listen to our full episode on Romney's Kendal Mint Cake, wherever you listen to us, and learn about their crazy ass name. Again, thank you to the British Candy Connoisseur. Follow her on Instagram, _British Candy Connoisseur. That was our fun size. We scaled it again.
Nailed it. Planted the flag.
Nailed it. Planted the flag. Left a body behind.
Now, how do I get down?
Somebody give me some Dalai Lama tongue to give me the energy to get down from here.
My favorite candy.
Got me Dalai Lama tongue.